Glad to have you along from Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Utah Utes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Back to
and the Utes ready to kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Razorbacks offense will get first crack at it here. KJ Jackson led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to... under these conditions. Jackson going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Marshall. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle. It's Clapp. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Quarterback keeps it. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Hawkins. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down.
Well, it's a whole new era for Arkansas now. Ryan Silverfield comes in as the head coach. Taylor Green, who had been a big playmaker at quarterback for the last couple of years, he's now gone as well. So I think this is an offense, David, that's going to be trying to find its identity early, and obviously the quarterback spot's going to be critical.
It's going to be critical, and here's the thing that you know about Silverfield. When he was at Memphis, like, they played fast. They had great offenses. How can they bring that now to Arkansas? In the SEC, against great defenses, he brings his OC with him over from Memphis. The offense is going to be a fun watch, and that's why Silverfield was brought here, because of his great background.
Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Trying play action. Quickly to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Running inside, it's Smith. Finding some room. Made a defender miss. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. And the Razorbacks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Arkansas!
What a luxury for an offense to have.
The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So Utah's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after...
Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. To the air, it's Dampier. Fires to the wideout. He makes the catch. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Utes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Caught in the backfield. It's Simmons. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Here's a give to Parker. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. And the Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it on the option. Runs through a tackle. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Parker. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Run inside. It's Smith. Quick spin on the run. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Just feeds the running back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, it makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Smith takes the handoff. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They're going to run it to the right. Nice move there. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Under fire. A Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. And he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They'll run for it. It's Parker. Nowhere to go. On that one, it'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Got his man in the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Looking to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the 1st down. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Handoff for Parker. He breaks a tackle, and he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you...
Snags it and he's open. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looks as if he's going to run it, and just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Dampier. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He slides that just inside the right upright. That brings him to within 1.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Razorbacks offense set to begin this drive. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Quarterback keep. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The give is to Smith. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They give it to him again. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Here's a heat. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense knocks him down immediately behind the line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it break.
Touchdown, Utes! Fit it in the window for the score.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I'll tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. The Razorbacks headed quickly to the line.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the 1st down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Complete in the middle. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Jackson will throw. Buys a little time. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll try it again. Hard running there. And the spin move was sweet and athletic, but not necessarily that productive. Timeout taken by the offense is their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now he's going to break the pocket. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Field goal is good. That slices the lead to 2.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Down here on the Utah sideline, developing story, guys. Their best wide receiver is dealing with a few issues. Very banged up here in this game, but he is battling through it, still on the field, trying to perform for his offense. I'll keep you posted on how he's able to adapt here in the game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Starting to feel a little pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And offensively, it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
They'll field this one in tight quarters. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Running inside. It's Smith. Crosses the 40. They make the stop. Might have a chance to do something. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Lost one deep down the right side. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 16 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Cyclones, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now Now back to your game at Rice-Eccles Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Razorbacks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what are you finding out about the latest on this injury?
Checking in with the Utah head coach at the half. Big injury news to report. Their star wide receiver is out for the rest of this game. They do not know exactly what's going wrong, but it is not.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Smith takes the handoff. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll run play action. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. The run inside. It's Smith. He'll be stopped short. It'll be fourth down, and let's see what the decision is here. So you could take the lead with a short field goal here, but you could send a message by finishing this drive with a touchdown. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And was there ever any doubt, guys? Fourth and goal. You got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Back to throw, it's Dampier. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Well, the receiver getting a little ahead of himself on that one. You saw him calling for the ball. He thought he was wide open. He thought that was going to be an easy catch. The ball finally gets to him.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Smith. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Snagged out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. He'll try to get it through the air. Using his feet to buy time. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
They'll send out the kicker here.
This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Fires one high and deep. Got it down the field. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
All right, defense, I don't know what you're drawing up, but that wasn't it, okay? Wide open wide receivers, miscommunication, whatever it was, got to get that fixed.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They got the sack, but there is a man down on the play. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Caught, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. That's why you want to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. It lets you beat a blitz. It lets you get a 1st down.
And that makes me think, do I want a blitz? How do I leave him open? Because they keep dumping it off to the running back and having success. I'm going to think twice about bringing the blitz. Nice read by the QB. Nice job by the running back getting some extra yards and getting the 1st down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's a gift to Parker. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be... few inches short.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling...
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Utah! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor, and then...
There he goes! Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The sure hands, it's Hawkins. Oh, that move is going to leave them dizzy. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Might have a chance. Smashes through the tackle. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Razorbacks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The give is to Smith. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
So now it's 2nd and long. Right back to the well. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. And the Razorbacks are threatening in the red zone. Running the red zone, it's Smith. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the bridge. Arkansas has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Arkansas! The Razorbacks answer with a score of their own. Get a hat trick of touchdowns as a Razorback running back, and they start bringing up names like Alex Collins and Madre Hill and Darren McFadden.
How unbelievable is that? Just to be mentioned with those kind of names, that shows you what kind of day this young man's having. Running the football with authority. Arkansas fans, I can promise you, are proud of this young man.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll take it on the return. The ball pops out on the return. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away.
Well, that is one the tight end is going to want to have back. He was wide open on that play. That's one he's got to make. He's got to be able to make that catch.
Smith takes the handoff. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Finds his man. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Delayed handoff. It's Smith. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And this is a situation this offense trains for. Having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Routes like that are great times to be quarterbacks. I got great, fast, speedy guys on the outside. Quick drag route, get the ball in his hands, let him do the rest.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. And the Razorbacks with the 1st and 10. The keeper on the option. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Razorbacks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smith. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Oh, they're after him. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll move the tight end. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score a touchdown, this...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executing in the 4th quarter. Nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy can catch it or nobody can catch it.
Pressure coming. He gets away. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Utes come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. And the Utes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line.
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing.
Looking for a huge play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly. And there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And that's such an underrated skill when you watch quarterbacks, man. To be able to see him, he sees the receiver breaking from the right side of the field, but you got to be able to read the coverage in front, and that's really good timing, getting the ball out of your hands, knowing when he's going to come open, and putting the ball right on him.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Under fire. Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. That's caught. It's Hawkins. And they pick up just a few on that completion. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the 1st down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Run inside. It's Smith. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And